Rogue One: A Star Wars Story was my most anticipated film of the year. I've seen this film twice now, and the first time, I've got to be honest, I was a bit disappointed. But the second time around, I definitely enjoyed it more. When this film was announced, it was said that it was going to be the Saving Private Ryan of Star Wars. I honestly did not really get that from this film. It didn't really feel like a war film to me. Sure, it did have war film-like aspects, but I felt it was more of a spy and espionage film. Not saying it makes the film bad, I just want to point that out. So what I like about this film is how well it expands the Star Wars universe. I liked how we get to see a new perspective on the Rebel Alliance and the Empire. We see that sometimes the rebels had to do bad things in order to achieve their goals, and not all of them necessarily wanted to fight. And not everybody in the Empire likes each other, and even use each other for their own personal gain. I like how this adds depth to the two groups. Another thing that I liked about this film was the sets and the cinematography. The world of Star Wars feels more lived in and real than ever. This film definitely captures the look and the feel of Star Wars, and the different planets, cities, and landscapes all look great on screen. The thing that everyone is talking about with this film is the action scenes. They are very well directed, fun, intense, probably the best action in the franchise, and I can see why it was the highlight of the film for many people, especially in the third act. So what did I think of the overall story and the plot? Well, it's pretty much filler. It's not necessarily a story that needed to be told, but I think it does a good job of connecting into episode 4 A New Hope without feeling extremely forced. Many people have said that this film was way too slow in the first and second acts. For me, it was the exact opposite. This film felt a bit too fast at times, but in my second viewing, it did feel a bit more evenly paced. In my first viewing of Rogue One, I came out thinking it was a pretty average film, and that feeling was mostly due to the lack of character development in the underwritten characters. My biggest issue with this film that it doesn't spend enough time for us to get to know and develop its characters. The characters in the film on the surface are cool and intriguing, but deep down they lack personality and are bland at times. Other than Jyn Erso, we don't learn much about the characters. Sure, we get vague hints about their backstory, but none of it is explored or is just told somewhere else. I feel like this film focused too much on making it feel like a war film, focused too much on the action, focused too much on connecting into A New Hope, that it didn't focus on what makes Star Wars good. Sure, people loved Star Wars because of the fun action and amazing visual effects, but the core of Star Wars was always the characters. The characters that felt real, characters that we could all relate to. Good characters should play a big and important role not just in Star Wars, but in what makes a good film. And sadly, I feel Rogue One was lacking in that department. That's all I have to say, you guys. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to tell me what you thought of Rogue One in the comment section down below. And while you're there, hit the like button and also follow me on Twitter. And if you want to see more videos from me weekly, do me a favor. Subscribe and become a fellow knight, and I'll see you guys in another video.